So I'm going to show you guys my suspension that I'm running on my 71 Chevelle. Of course, we're going to start at the front. And the first thing that I did with my car was I changed out all the old, the tie rod ends, the center link, idler arm, etc. And I replaced it with Moog Problem Solver stuff just to get rid of the old stuff. Put a new product, and it made quite a difference in taking out all the slop. I also put on upper and lower tubular control arms from SPC. I'm going to show you the front there. Go. Kind of a misconception about control arms, tubular ones, is that they are a lot lighter. They are not. These lower ones are actually heavier, but they are a lot stronger. Another benefit is that they have built-in positive camber, which is nice. Not positive camber, positive caster. Excuse me. Also, these ones with this pocket, you can actually change the shims and change the ride height up to 1 inch. I am running conventional stock springs, which were by default 435 pounds. They're probably more like 380 by now. And those are Viking double adjustable shocks, which are kind of a pain to adjust because you got to get your screwdriver in through the coils. AGR 12:1 steering box, which is really 12.7. Definitely makes a big improvement on how reactive the car is and how fast it steers, of course. So I highly recommend going to a fast ratio steering box. Now, I was running the stock 1-inch sway bar, and I have taken it to the course in that form, and it did pretty good, better than I thought. Oh yeah, the Spindles. I'm running L&H tall Spindles with their raised steering arm, which is right in front of you, and you can see my my spindle duct, which has my brake hose connected to it. So that is a very important modification to do. You can do it with just the stock spindles and tall ball joints to improve the geometry, which makes a correct camber curve, because the stock camber curves are backwards. They actually add positive camber, so that's a nice, very important mod to do. Anyways, I have ran it like that in the road course. It did well, not great, but it did well. This year, or I should say last year, I put on the Hotchkis 1 3/8 tubular, hollow sway bar, and looking forward to see how that responds on the track. People always say that sway bars are night and day differences, and I do agree that it is probably the best and easiest, way to improve your handling. But unless you're really loading the suspension, and which you probably shouldn't be doing on the highway or around the city, then you're not loading the suspension enough to really notice that dramatic of a difference. I know I was expecting it to feel a lot different or a lot better, and just driving around I can't notice that much of a difference. So the road course will be the test to see. So anyways, that's the front. Let's move to the back. Okay, we're under the car. I'm going to show you the rear suspension. So the upper and lower control arms are stock. You can see the lowers are boxed, as I believe that comes like that from the factory, as of 1971 at least. On the axle housing, I can't really show you it, but I do have some Edelbrock no-hop bars on it, which came like that when I bought the car, which I guess is helping with the wheel hop, because I'm not getting any. Obviously, Viking double adjustable shocks as well. Right, what's nice is these are easy to access. When I bought the car, it had no rear sway bar, so I ran it at the racetrack without that. I also ran it with I wouldn't say the stock springs, but it had, I believe, Moog cargo springs on it. I think I got the part number. I can't remember the rates on them, but it actually did pretty well. It never really had a pretty good traction and no wheel hop, so that's good. The springs I'm running now are AFCO 175-pound springs, and I also custom made my own weight jacker kit, which you can kind of see there, so I can raise and lower the the ride height on each corner, which technically means I can also change the weight balance, the corner weights, but it was more about getting the ride height the way I want and being able to adjust for different tires. As you can see, what I put on last year as well is the Hellwig sway bar, which is one that connects to the frame, which is more ideal than going to one that connects to the control arm, because it gives it won't bind when it articulates. Also, you can see I'm in the softest setting. So the springs, the weight jackers, and the sway bar is what I'd done last year, so I haven't tested that out. So that is what I'm excited to find out in the near future. So if you want to see, you know, more of a review on actually how the suspension does in current form, stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe if you choose, and thanks for watching.